Everybody take a deep breath. The tax deadline is 2 weeks away. If you haven't done your taxes just yet, you're probably not alone. According to the Internal Revenue Service, 20 to 25% of all Americans wait until the last 2 weeks before the deadline to prepare their tax returns. Crystal Faulkner with MCM CPAs and Advisers joins us this morning, has some tax tips. And this is the time of year. I was just asking you in the commercial break, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
You're doing okay. You're used to
2
this
weeks
by
from
now.
today, right?
You take the big breath after that.
Exactly.
Well, let's start by talking about things that maybe people have overlooked. You were saying those people, those 20 to 25% who wait at this point, maybe aren't getting stuff back. So what can they do to try to look out for themselves?
Well, they ought to be looking for any deduction that they can take advantage of. And one that a lot of people don't think about is if you improve your home for medical reasons, such as putting a wheelchair ramp in or maybe lowering cabinets. Those types of expenses over and above the additional value that they add to your home can be deductible, and that's a big ticket item. As long as you can exceed 7.5% of your adjusted gross income and you can itemize, that's a nice deduction.
Yeah, so those are big costs
if
you have to do that to your home. Now, most people know that cash contributions are deductible, but what about other out-of-pocket expenses? What are you talking about?
Yes, so for example, if you volunteer for school or for your church, those types of expenses can also be deductible. Don't forget about the mileage that you have to spend, and you can deduct 14 cents a mile, and then certainly out-of-pocket costs like parking can also be deductible, or supplies. Just all those little items can add up as well.
And I was asking you just very quickly about tracking some of those things when it comes to mileage, and you made a great suggestion I hadn't really thought about.
Yeah, just keep it on your iPhone, your smartphone.
Yeah, it's right there on your calendar.
Yeah.
Education expenses for college, of course, they just keep going up and up and up and up. Let's talk about that.
Well, there's still the American Opportunity, the Lifetime Learning Credit, and the student loan deduction. However, you have to be able to qualify, and there are income thresholds. And I think what a lot of people don't realize, if the parents make too much money and can't take advantage of those benefits, and if their child, the student, can, for example, if they have a summer job, all the parent has to do is don't claim that child as a dependent, and the child might be able to take advantage of the benefits. So check that out if you're limited on those credits and deductions.
A lot of things to consider, and especially when you're in crunch time here the last 2 weeks, you might not be thinking about.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, Crystal Faulkner, as always, it's a pleasure to see you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for coming in. It's